What's up, KFG gang? It's your boy, Big Boy John 25. Been time going to do my WWE review and highlights. You guys can do hit that like button, hit that red button. Let's get started. Monday Night Raw was way better than last week's Monday Night Raw, so this show was good. It was way better. This Monday Night Raw was way better than last week's Monday Night Raw. But anyway, tonight's WWE RAW episode opens up with the U.S. Network with a pre-recorder message from Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman talks about how the WWE Champion Brock Lesnar has dominated the company for years. He's named several superstars of Hall of Famers: Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Steve Austin, Ric Flair, John Cena, and The Undertaker. Heyman says no one has been so dominated for so long. The video cuts to Drew McIntyre. Drew says what Heyman said was true. No one has dominated WWE like Brock Lesnar has, but then Brock Lesnar ran into him. The video shows how Drew eliminates Brock Lesnar in the Royal Rumble. Drew says in case Brock thought it was a fluke, he recently proved to Brock Lesnar on Raw that he has met his match. The video shows the recent Claymore kicks to Lesnar. Drew goes on about how he going to knock Lesnar on his you-know-what to become the new WWE Championship at WrestleMania 36. Rely WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. Paul Heyman is in the middle of the ring with the WWE Champion Brock Lesnar. Heyman introduces his client. Heyman says we're live in uncertain times right now, and this time in history where we are all need a little certain. He gives us the certainty in Brock Lesnar. Heyman says Drew can do anything he wants to, but it won't help him beat Lesnar at WrestleMania 36, a WrestleMania that is too big for one night. Heyman goes on about Lesnar beating Drew McIntyre in WrestleMania, and at the Beast stares straight ahead, all business. Heyman says after what happened at the Royal Rumble, then at Raw in Brooklyn, Lesnar will make it quick, but painless. Heyman says Drew will just be another you-know-what that tried after WrestleMania 36. Heyman hypes Lesnar up some more and wraps his promo. We go to Tom Phillips and Byron Saxton at the announcer table. They welcome us to Raws from the WWE Performance Center. Still to come, Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton will be here. We go to commercial. Back from the break, and the announcers hype AJ Styles and The Undertaker for WrestleMania 36. AJ will be here later tonight. Tom leads us to a replay of the WWE World Heavyweight title match at the 2015 Royal Rumble pay-per-view. The match was Brock Lesnar and John Cena in a triple threat. After several minutes of the match, we take a commercial break and comes back to Lesnar delivering German suplexes. We take another commercial break and comes back to Tom hyping Rollins' appearance for later tonight. We go back to the 2015 Royal Rumble title match. We take another commercial break and come back to Lesnar wins. The announcer hypes Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 36. Tom and Byron talks about WrestleMania 36 and how Rob Gronkowski will be the host of both nights. We see AJ Styles talking about The Undertaker's wife Michelle McCool on Raw 2 weeks ago. We also see footage of AJ talking down at Taker last week on Raw from the Performance Center, and Taker beats up Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson before signing the WrestleMania contracts. Will be here tonight. Back to commercial. Back from the break, we get a video package of AJ Styles versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 36. We go to the stage and out comes AJ with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. AJ takes the mic and hypes the match with The Undertaker at WrestleMania 36. He also mentions Michelle McCool controlling Taker. AJ cracks jokes on how Taker looked last week, comparing him to a growth version of Dog the Bounty Hunter or the Tiger King from the new Netflix special. AJ shows us the new video of Taker and McCool at the tiger rescue in Myrtle Beach, which we posted about last week. This is actually one of the tiger rescue featuring in the Netflix special, but it sounds like AJ doesn't realize the two reference and connected. AJ goes on and says he's going to bring the dead man back. AJ says he's going to bring Taker back in the Boneyard match. I don't know what that is. I never heard of that Boneyard match before. But anyway, just the type of match for Taker. AJ told us he was going to bury Taker. AJ says he will bury Taker right next to the plot McCool picked out when she buried his career. AJ says he got Taker again, laughing at his own jokes. AJ celebrates with the OC and his music hits. Tom and Byron Saxton plugged WWE RAW Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits, defending against Angel Garza and the WWE United States Champion Andrade at WrestleMania 36. We go backstage and Charlie Caruso talking to Selena Vega, Angel Garza, and Andrade. Vega talks about how they will win their match tonight, and then Andrade will become the most decorated champion in WWE at WrestleMania 36. Andrade and Garza also says a few words before they walk off. Charlie goes to wrap the segment, but Garza comes back and winks at her, leaving her a little frustrated. Back to commercial. We get hyped for Randy Orton versus Hall of Famer Edge at WrestleMania 36. Orton will be here tonight to address Edge's challenge. Alright, Ricochet and Cedric Alexander versus Angel Garza and Andrade. This tag team match was good. This was a good tag team match. We go to the ring and out first comes the WWE United States Champion Andrade with Selena Vega. Angel Garza is out next. They head to the ring together. Mike Rome does the introductions. Ricochet, he hits the ring, but the heels try to attack him. Ricochet fights them off and sends them out, but they come back. Thought he apron and stare Ricochet down. The music hits and out comes Cedric Alexander next. He rushes the ring and stands next to Ricochet. The referee restores order and we get the bell. Andrade charges Ricochet but gets rocked to start. Andrade turns it around and beats Ricochet down. Ricochet ends up turning it back around and beating Andrade down in the corner. The referee yells at Angel Garza for trying to move the tag rope. Andrade rocks Ricochet out of the corner as the referee is still dealing with Garza. Still dealing with Garza in the corner. Andrade and Garza continue with offense and games until the music interrupts. Out comes Raw Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits, to join Tom Phillips and Byron Saxton on commentator. We go back to commercial as Garza and Andrade look on while Cedric checks on Ricochet at ringside. Back from the break, and Andrade is working on Ricochet's arm. Garza tags in for the double team in a close 2 count. Garza works Ricochet over and snatches his tights off. Garza with more offense and a running knee to the back of the head. Andrade tags back in for more double teaming as Vega cheers them on from ringside. More back and forth between the two. Cedric and Ricochet mount some offense now. Garza and Andrade both get double teamed and taken out. Cedric hits a big flatliner, but Garza kicks out and Vega is stressed. Ricochet tag for the double team. Garza fights them off, but gets rocked by the double team in the middle of the ring. Cedric launches himself at Garza, and then Ricochet follows up with a standing shooting star press for a close 2 count as Andrade breaks it up. Andrade with the double team until he gets super kick. Garza and Ricochet go at it now while Andrade is down. Garza gets the upper hand and flies back in. We go back to commercial. Back from the break and flies in at Andrade, but can't get the job done. Cedric charges, but Andrade sends him face first into the turnbuckles. Selena Vega rallies for Andrade now. Andrade with a running double knee to Cedric in the corner for a close 2 count. Andrade keeps control and tags in Garza, but Cedric fights him away. Garza goes to work on Cedric, but Cedric tries to counter. Garza slingshot him off the top and drops him with a cutter for a close 2 count. Garza grounds Cedric on the mat now, taunting him. Andrade tags back in and works Cedric over against the ropes. Garza tags right back in for the double team in the middle of the ring, but Ricochet breaks the pin up. Andrade comes after him, but Ricochet sends him to the floor. Ricochet goes to moonsault from the apron, but Andrade takes him out and he lands hard. Garza and Cedric trade shots now. Garza with a big knee strike for a close 2 count. For a 2 count. Garza more offense. Cedric fights the double team off. Cedric ends up nailing a huge leap to the floor on Garza against the Cedric works Andrade over and nails a big Michinoku driver in the middle of the ring for a close 2 count. The Street Profits are going wild and making noise on commentary. Cedric stomps away on Andrade and shows frustration as Vega taunts him. Cedric unloads with strikes on Andrade. Andrade counters and levels Cedric with a huge back elbow for the win by pinfall, which almost botches by the referee. The winner of the match, Andrade and Angel Garza. This tag team match was good. After the match, Vega enters the ring to celebrate with Andrade and Angel Garza. They point up to the announcer table where the Street Profits are clapping for them. The two teams stare each other down, have words. Montez Ford and Angel Dawkins come down to the ring and a fight breaks out. Ford and Dawkins clear the ring and the heels join Vega on the ramp to regroup. Ford and Dawkins stands tall in the ring as their music hits. Andrade grabs one of their title belts and lays it between the two teams on the ramp. We go to commercial. Back from the break, and the announcers look back at last week's 316-day celebration with WWE Hall of Famer Steve Austin, Shane Thorne, and Brandon Vink versus the Street Profits. It's decent. Wasn't the best, but decent. We go to the ring, and Raw Tag Team Champions Angel Dawkins and Montez Ford are to lock up with the WWE NXT Superstar Shane Thorne and Brandon Vink in this non-title match. Shane Thorne starts off with Dawkins, but quickly gets dominated. Four tags in and shows off some while taking control. Thorne dodges a shot and in comes Vink with a huge running boot to knock Ford head off. Vink unloads on Ford and beats him back down to the corner. The big man Vink with a big chop and more boots to Ford in the corner. The Vink with a big scoop slam in the middle of the ring for a 2 count. Montez Ford tries to fights up and out, but Vic keeps him grounded. Vink rams Ford back into the corner and Shane Thorne comes in for the double team. Shane Thorne drives Ford into the mat for another 2 count. Shane Thorne keeps Ford grounded now. Shane Thorne kicks Montez Ford around and grounds him. Ford fights free with a jawbreaker. Vink comes back in and stops Ford from tagging. Ford counters and hits a big enziguri. Dawkins and Thorne tagging at the same time. Dawkins rocks Shane Thorne and launches Vink with a suplex. Dawkins goes back to work on Shane Thorne and takes turns on both opponents in the corner. Dawkins slams Shane Thorne to set up for for the crash out. Ford tags in and flies off top and nailing the big fall splash on Shane Thorne for the pin to win. The winners of the match, the Street Profits. After the match, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins stand tall and celebrate as their music hits. We go to replays to announcers hype Angel Garza and Andrade versus Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins for WrestleMania 36. Tom shows us how R-Truth captured the WWE 24/7 title from Riddick Moss while Riddick Moss was running in his neighborhood this past weekend. I don't care about the 24/7 champion. I just don't care. Still to come, Shayna Baszler will be here. Back to commercial. Back from the break, and the announcers go over the WrestleMania 36 card. We go to the ring, and Charlie Caruso is sitting down with Shayna Baszler for an interview. They both have mics. Charlie asks Baszler how she will conduct herself as champion if she able to defeat Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 35. Baszler has no response and just stares at Charlie. Charlie brings up her dominance and asks her to put everything into the world. Wow. Baszler asks, Caruso, why she looks so nervous. Are you afraid? I'm going to bite. Baszler chuckles and says she's sorry. She couldn't help herself. Charlie says that will be her point of transitions as she brings up Baszler recent bites to Becky's neck on Raw. Charlie asks if Becky should expect the same thing at WrestleMania. Baszler says what Becky should expect is to lose at WrestleMania. Charlie seems bothered by Baszler's response to her questions. Charlie says Shayna agrees to this interview. Baszler interrupts and tells her to ask the questions she wants. Why do you want to destroy? And if you don't want to just destroy it, why do you want to win the Raw Women's title? Baszler says she wants the title because she loves to destroy. When I take that title away from Becky at WrestleMania 36, it will destroy Becky. She says it's not the complicated. She says Baszler says she has shown everyone who she is from the very beginning. Baszler suddenly gets knocked out with a shot from the back, something out of nowhere. The light came up and Lynch is there with a steel chair. A chair shot is what knocked Baszler out of the chair to the mat. Becky delivers another chair shot and smirks, then walks off the stage. A confused and hurt Baszler recovers on the mat as Becky stops on the stage and looks back again as the music plays, smiling. Still to come, Aleister Black is here. To commercial. Aleister Black versus Leon Ruff. I don't really care about this match. This match was garbage. We go back to the ring, and out comes Aleister Black as the announcer hype Ashley at WrestleMania 36. Evolved star Leon Ruff waits across the ring. The bell rings and Black stares off down. Black takes a seat in the middle of the ring and stares off at Ruff. Ruff tells him to come and fight, but Ruff won't. Ruff goes for a running kick. Black ducks, but Black ducks. Black gets up and starts fighting with strikes. Black quickly nails a Black mask for the pin to win the squash. The winner of the match, Aleister Black. I still don't care about this match. This match was garbage. After the match, Black takes another seat in the mat as his music hits. The announcer types the match with Lashley as we get a replay. Still to come, Seth Rollins is here. Back to commercial. Back from the break, and Kevin Owens is in the ring. Tom hypes Owens versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 36. Kevin Owens says he was here to answer WrestleMania challenge for Rollins last week, but he was nowhere to be seen. But Owens is here. But Owens has heard Rollins is here tonight. Owens calls out Rollins. The music hits and out comes Rollins to the stage by himself. Seth Rollins walks down the ramp and around the ring, talking about how Kevin Owens trained in this building, the one that was built on Rollins' blood and success. Seth Rollins goes on about how his first day in WWE was in the old warehouse. Rollins says he had to succeed for people like Owens so they could train in the building like this. Rollins goes on and says Owens keeps refusing to fall in line. Rollins says no one in this exists without Seth Rollins. The WWE NXT in the WWE Performance Center, he says everyone owns him. There is no Johnny Gargano, no Takeover, none Women's Revolution, and the others without Rollins. He goes on and says there also will be no Kevin Owens without Seth Rollins. He has heard enough and tries to interrupt, but Rollins cuts him off and wants to finish. Rollins wants to know why Owens picked WrestleMania and tried to make an example out of him. Rollins goes over and tracks record at WrestleMania. He says he has more WrestleMania moments than he can count, and Seth Rollins has 0. Kevin Owens has 0. Seth Rollins says Owens has done nothing but fail at WrestleMania. Rollins taunted Owens for being left off WrestleMania last year, laughing at him. Rollins says Owens can beat him on his worst day, and WrestleMania has never hit his worst day because he's under pressure. And under pressure, he becomes a god. Rollins says Seth Rollins says Kevin Owens really doesn't stand a chance. Rollins drops the mic and walks across the stage to the back as his music hits while Owens stares him down from the ring. Tom hyped Charlotte Flair versus the NXT Women's Champion Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 36. He sends us to a replay of then SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair retaining the title over current WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Asuka at WrestleMania 34 in 2018. We take a commercial break after the first few minutes of the match. We come back and get more of the match, take another break. We come back and see how Flair ended Asuka's streak at the big event. Charlotte Flair is backstage with Charlie Caruso now. Charlie asks what it was like for her at WrestleMania 36. Flair says for her it was inspiring, but was it like for Ripley? Flair is sure Ripley wants to be just like her. Charlotte Flair thoughts how she defended her title and broke Asuka's undefeated streak at the same time. She assuming Ripley is exactly to be the first NXT champion to defend their title at WrestleMania, but Flair is the master class at making history. Charlotte Flair goes on bragging about her WrestleMania success in history. Charlotte Flair says if Rhea Ripley need a history lesson, she free to watch some of Charlotte Flair's legacy matches. She might learn a thing or two. Flair and walks off. Still to come, Randy Orton will be here. Back to commercial. Here we go. Hang on, guys. Let me find it. Hang on, guys. Let me find it. I said this already. What was I at? Let me find it, guys. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Where is it at? There we go. I said this already. Let me turn it back. Where's it at? Hang on, guys. Here we go. Still to come, Randy Orton. I found it, guys. Still to come, Randy Orton will be here. Commercial break. Back from the break. Randy Orton comes out. They mic for the show closing segment. Orton speaks from the stage and says, over the past few months, he does and says some things. These things came from a place of love, but they have been seen as an act of brutality and violence. Orton speaks into the camera and address WWE Hall of Famer Edge and says he will respond to his challenger tonight. But first, he needs to get something off his chest and apologize. He says a few weeks ago, he told Edge's wife, WWE Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix, that Edge was a junkie for the crowd reaction. He was wrong, and Edge is a junkie for his own ego. Orton brings up how Edge said last week that Orton didn't earn his opportunity. Orton admits he was handed a chance because of his last name, but that didn't guarantee a Hall of Famer worthy career. Orton brags on his own career and accomplished now. Orton says none of that was handed to him. He earns it because he has what Edge said last week he didn't have. Grit. Orton goes on about grit and knocks Edge for sitting on his couch at home for the last 9 years, wondering what if. Orton dismissed Edge, claiming about Orton being a spoiler brat, and says Edge is the real spoiler brat. Orton says he loves Edge, he loves their kids, and that's why he tried to send their daddy back home. But on Edge challenged him to a last man standing match at WrestleMania. I cannot wait to see that match at WrestleMania 36. Orton says Edge may be writing the story, but WrestleMania, Orton will be the one to write the last chapter at the end. Orton accepts the challenge. The music hits as Tom Phillips hypes Orton versus Edge in the last man standing match at WrestleMania 36. Orton slowly paces around the stage as the music hits. The Raw goes off the air from the WWE Performance Center with Orton staring at the ring in the camera. This Monday Night Raw was way better than last week's Monday Night Raw, but this Raw episode was good. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed my Monday Night Raw review and highlights, please drop a like on this video. Share the video on social media. My Twitter, my Instagram, and TikTok will be down below in the description. You guys have a great night. Big Boy John 25, and I'm out of here. Peace out, guys.